What's up guys, Riley here, and I'm in the shop today. That's what this video will be about. And today's video will be completely different. It's not really going to be RC truck related. So if that's what you're looking for, might as well skip this video, go to a different one on my channel. I'm in the process of restoring this shop. And I'm just going to tour y'all around on the things that I've done to it, what I'm working on. I'm working on a few things right now for it, and what I have that I need to do. I'm going to try not to go too in-depth, so you're not watching a 30-minute long video of me talking. But first part of this video, I am going to kind of explain what this shop was, and how it was used, and throughout the video I'm going to explain a few things of why the shop's messed up, and kind of see, kind of experiment on how I can keep it from doing that again. This shop, I think, is about 85 years old. Really old. It was built here when, I think, before they built the house here, and it's a cinder block shop. Y'all may have heard in a few other videos. I don't know if I've told you, and you've probably seen it, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into what this shop was. So, what this shop was, this shop was a sewing machine repair shop way back when they had the Singer sewing machines. So I've got 3 sewing machines in here. They don't work, sadly, and I just have, whether it's broke sewing machine parts or non-broke sewing machine parts, but it's everywhere. I've kind of cleaned it up. It was a mess in here before. Number 2 of what this shop was it was a gunsmith. This was I think it was my great-grandpa's or great-great-grandpa's shop, and he repaired guns. So, revolver, I don't know what it is exactly. If you know what it is, definitely comment down below. But he repaired guns in here, so I've got old gun parts. I've got barrels where it looked like somebody stuck a bomb in them and blew the barrel up. It's crazy the things I've found in here. But this was kind of like the income for the house. This is what paid the bills way back then. This was the shop they had. It was his business. He would go all around town and fix other people's sewing machines, because way back when, you didn't have fancy machines that made clothes by themselves. Like, you actually had to use your feet to spin the sewing machine over, you know. So he did that. He restored them and fixed them. And he did the same with the guns and whatnot. But number 2 of what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've done to the shop and what I'm in the process of doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that. So, one thing that I've done to this shop is there's 3 windows. 1, 2, and then there's one in front of me. The one in front of me I've completely redone. It's not completely done, but I'm going to say it is. I just have a few trim pieces that I have to put on it, and put some mortar on the outside of it up against the cinder block. So I'll explain the mortar part and what I've done and what I've used on the wood. So here's the window. It's kind of hard to get it in frame. It's plexiglass. Because when I'm working, things fly. They fly far and fly fast. So I just have plexiglass because glass breaks easy, and plexiglass won't break as easy. Those trim pieces I was talking about, so there's one here, but I need it on the sides too. I just kind of ran out. I had enough to do the outside of the window. I just didn't finish the inside. So this wood is custom cut by me. I have an Alaskan sawmill. I'm running a Stihl 211, or not 211, 311 on it, and it does pretty good. It takes some strength and duration, but I can run it pretty good. And to the part where the mortar, so when I took the old window seal framing out of here, because it was rotten and the window was broke, all this mortar fell off in this right here. So that'll have to be redone. It's right here. It's all that. There's a little bit on the bottom and on the sides. There's none at the top because when they did the top, that's just a giant thick concrete block. All of this wood, you can see that it's custom cut. I used it on the planer, which is this thing. You just shove it through and it makes it smooth. It's literally just got screws in it. The second thing I'm going to go over is what I'm in the process of doing. Right now I'm in the process of doing the next window, which this window, it's been in the videos before because it's literally right behind where I have my setup, where I show you all the trucks and stuff. But that's actually just literally a piece of wood sitting on a workbench with the sign and the foam that I've got. What I had on this window before, because the window was broke, was this, which that is a headliner from one of those old trucks. It was just the headliner. We weren't using it. It's been sitting in here. It's all molded. So we just nailed it on to the window during the winter to keep some of the heat in, because we have a wood stove in here. And I love my wood stove. I will never get rid of it. But back into the window, I got a few things I need to explain. So, this is the window. This is the framing. I don't really know exactly what to call that. And then this is what the window goes in. This, and then that swings, it goes in this part and it swings open. Well, we're going to redo it so that it swings that way, so that the window is actually on the outside. And I'm going to explain to you why we're going to do that. If you look closely, there's this part that looks like it hasn't even been outdoors to a point, and then there's this part where it's completely rotted. If you notice, see, it's fine on the inside, but it's rotted on the outside. And that's because the window was on the inside, so it was right here where this spot where it hasn't rotted is. So it kept the water from sitting right here. It was keeping the water from coming in and whatnot. Well, because the window was here, you had this big old gap out here, and it's not slanted. It doesn't have any way to drain water, so the water just sits up here, and it slowly rotted away. So one way I think you can fix it is you'd have to get a board and make it so it kind of has a slope where the window's not, just to push that water off. And so I've got the bottom board for this. I'm actually making it longer. So there's that. I explained what I'm doing with that. Now, one thing I forgot to do with that window is explain what's on the wood, because I said all of it was custom cut. It's not salt treated. So this one's gone through stage 1, This is the board for that bottom one, and that's what it looks like. This is all I have left. That's why it's in a bottle instead of a giant jug. But I've got a few coats of linseed oil on each side, so it's nice and thick. It does have the live edge still on it. So this is the window, so you'll put the plexiglass in here, and then when I get the rest of the wood made for this, this will screw into here with hinges and it'll open outwards. So there's that. That's one thing I'm working on. And the second thing I'm working on, I started on it today, but the flooring in here has a bit of a problem. Well, a big problem. So I'm cleaning it out. So one, we're going to have to go over what's wrong with the floor before I go over what I'm doing. So the floor, this is the center joist for the floor. That's what it's turned to. And what happened is, there was nothing to actually hold the floor up, and it was just floating. There was a cinder block in all four corners, holding the floor up, but that was it. And then there was one right here, and then one over there. So there were 6 cinder blocks holding up this flooring, and that was not enough at all. So it kind of collapsed. The center joist just had way too much stretch on it, and it fell, and then it's rotted away. So that's actually the center joist right now, and this flooring has just fallen to the ground. This flooring right here, that's a whole cinder block right there. At the bottom of the cinder block, that flooring right there is supposed to be all the way up here. It's supposed to be in line with this. So that's how bad that is. So I'm gonna custom cut all the lumber for it. We're just gonna do one center beam all the way across, and then run beams from side to side on each side. Kind of how it was before, but we're gonna We're gonna add a little bit more support, just to keep it from falling and rotting again, because there's a lot of weight in this shop. So the next thing is the third window. It's got a few problems in it that I've done to the other windows. All the windows have the same problem. So I'm at the window now. So the window is cracked in a few spots. I think it's like 4, because it got shot twice with BB gun. But if I open the window, this frame seems to be pretty good. It's not too rotten. I can just sand that down. There's a little bit of rottage. I can sand that down enough, get it back to good wood, and then put linseed oil on it and paint it however. But back to the water standing. The water has done so much damage to this. This is all rotted away. So it's just slowly rotting away. So this, all of this will have to be replaced too. And then I will refurbish the window, I don't know what to call it exactly, but I gotta refurbish that and get a plexiglass window in it. Just keep it from breaking again. The light is terrible, even with a window right behind me. I should probably turn around so the light's on my face. But, so I think that was about problem 3 out of a billion. One thing I'm working on, forgot to tell y'all guys, is these. Yeah, I'm working on them. Working on eating them. That's about it. But if I go over here, so this is my wood stove. It is in like 6 pieces right now. I took it apart because the floor is still slowly falling. Sadly, it's not done falling. But I'm guessing it slid down just enough to let this slide down. And the whole stove fell over and the leg broke on it. So if I get the leg here, the mount on the leg broke. So I think my dad said you can weld that back. If so, then I'm gonna get it all fixed up. I do actually want to get it sandblasted or something so that I can paint it, because they have a cast iron paint that is good for heat that I can paint it with. So that's why that's down. But hopefully I can get it back up soon, because one, I like the way it looks even in the summer, and then two, it'll be wintertime soon and it'll start getting cold, and I really need that in here, or else I'll be working in cold weather. Another problem is, so you see the flue here, it goes up to a chimney, which obviously goes out the roof. Well, I think a little bit of water got in here. I think we had a leak because this board has rotted and it's slowly cracking. So if you see that, if I can not fall, it's just cracking. The only thing we have on it right now, which we haven't put on it, that thing and this one, which is bolted to the roof itself, and the beam right there actually started bowing. So that 2x4 is there, and since all that stuff, all that weight is hooked to the roof, I'm gonna try and get a good view of it. It has actually pulled the roof down with it, so there's a big bow in the roof. So I'll try and get a visual of that and show y'all. So I'm gonna get on over there. I don't know if you can see it. Well, you can kind of see it. It's a lot worse in person. But right there where the chimney is, it's pulled down. And it's like that all the way down the roof on both sides. So the roof will have to be redone. It needs new shingles. There's moss all over it. Which, I mean, it's gonna be on it even when we put new shingles on. So, I'm back in the shop. So those are the things that have to be done on the inside. The roof. It's kind of an inside and outside job. We may or may not be able to keep the chimney. We all want to keep it because having that a black pipe, the flue sticking out of it, it just doesn't look good. It's not the best option. So we're gonna try and keep this chimney. And if we can't, we might just end up rebuilding a new chimney. I don't know, maybe we could use the old bricks from the chimney, but all the mortar in the chimney holding the bricks together is actually falling apart too. So the chimney's just kind of falling apart along with the shop. But I'm gonna go ahead, y'all haven't exactly seen the shop yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the shop on the outside, just so y'all have a look of how it is. So here's my little shop. We do have a mess out here. I'm gonna get that all cleaned up. We're hoping to put a lean-to here at some point in life. It's got this dogwood tree, I think it is, in front of it, which will have to be cut down soon, sadly. I kind of like the tree because it brings birds, and I've got a window right there at the tree, so I can just sit there and work on the RC trucks and look at the birds. The shop does need to be painted and kind of taken care of on the outside, which I'm kind of doing, but I can't just get it repainted because we're gonna put like a certain sealant, coating type thing, just to help the cinder block last longer. If I get on up here, so you can kind of see it on this side where it's bowed. In person, if I zoom out, it goes like, the roof goes like this and then like that because it's bowed so bad, and then in the front it's straight like it's supposed to be, but it's got moss all over it. The chimney is falling slowly. That brick's gonna fall. Just everything needs to be redone on the shop. The flooring did have ventilation. That's the only ventilation the floor has. There's 2 on each side of the shop, so there's 2 on this side and 2 on the opposite. I've shined a flashlight in there, and there doesn't seem to be anything down there other than dirt. I think that'll be about it for this video. I'm back in the shop. Thank you for watching the video. I know it probably seemed like a long video if you watched all of it, because it's just me talking. But thank you. Like and subscribe if you already have not. And definitely stay for more, because if y'all watch it, if y'all don't watch it, I'm still going to post it. It's going to be on YouTube. I don't care if you don't watch it. I don't care if it has 0 views. I'm still going to post it. But, so definitely look out for more videos of this shop. It's not going to be too consistent because it's very time consuming. Can't talk right now, can I? Because that window that I showed y'all, it's got linseed oil and spar urethane on it, which I still haven't told y'all until now. It took me, I didn't have a window for about 2 months there. I didn't even have a frame, like the framing for the window, for 2 months. Just because I've got so much to do in life, like just working and schoolwork. I'm homeschooled, so it kind of helps me with a few things. I have a lot more time, and so far it's proven to be better than actual school. But for different people, it's different things. That's not what this video is about, obviously. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.